What's up, WDL fans? Jay Jingles back with Week 4, the last match for Week 4, coming to an end. We're officially on the back nine, the second half of the regular season. Playoff picture starting to become a little bit more clear. We have two 0-3 teams facing off right now in Shady and Mountaih, but one of them's getting a win today, and one of them is going to be winless still throughout the regular season. Who's it going to be? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm walking into right now. We have two brand new squads. Look, the amount of transactions that both of these players made at the deadline is... It just shouts desperation, and I completely understand. You have nothing to lose. You're already 0-3. You just got to go all in on these transactions and just go with the best thing you can, because clearly what was happening before is not working. So both of them made so many transactions. Let's get into them. Shady, he ended up dropping Scrafty, Ursaluna, Orthworm, Foongus, Driftblim, Armorrouge. Holy cow, only 10 Pokemon. He dropped 6 of them, but he kept some good ones. And then in replacement, he ended up grabbing Salamence, Mudsdale, Kingambit, Sneasler, Drifloon, Thwackey. I do think those are good moves as well. Not sure how the team synergy looks, you know, whenever you swap out so many Pokemon, but he has a better idea of his team than I do. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing all these really cool Pokemon. We got Mudsdale, you got Kingambit, Salamence. I love all of them. They're very good. And then you got on Mountaih's side, he made a bunch of moves as well. He ended up dropping his Torkoal, which is like a big part of that team, dropped it, and the Vileplume, which he picked up as his Chlorophyll Abuser, the Sun Abuser as well, but like, I don't even think he used it. He might have brought it, but he didn't use it, and then Skiploom, sorry. And then he ended up grabbing Meowscarada, Inteleon, and Toxapex. Toxapex probably just being like that warm, comfy blanket of a singles player. I would look out for it as the season goes on, just for a possible playoff push, because that is a very comfortable Pokemon for a lot of singles players. So we'll see how that works out. Doesn't look like it's here this week, but expect it to show up for sure. Getting Blaziken getting the Inteleon and the Meowscarada to complete his starter trio, so it gives you all 3 pledges, very fast, but also very frail. So we'll have to see how that kind of plays out as the season goes, fighting for that Focus Sash item because they're so frail. But you know what? Let's dive into the teams, what they brought this week, and how those transactions actually translated to the Week 4 teams. So Shady ended up bringing a few of his new ones. We got Salamence, Mudsdale, Thwackey, Braviary Hisui. We haven't seen it a whole lot this season, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Stantler, special place in my heart, love it. And the Kingambit, newly acquired. So we have Terra Steel on the Salamence, Dragon on the Mudsdale. I love that Terra type on that Mudsdale. I've had Mudsdale and done really well with it in the past. Thwackey, Terra Water, pretty standard Terra on a grass type. Braviary Hisui, Fire, interesting. Maybe Terra Blast there, we'll have to see, because it doesn't really help you defensively. And then you've got the Stantler, Terra Fighting, probably for that Terra Blast, and Kingambit Ghost, just a very nice defensive Terra, being quad weak to fighting, so that just makes it immunity and go right through you. But let me see. So on Mountaih's team, you've got the Ursaluna-Bloodmoon, Terra Ghost, Illumise, Fairy, Electivire, Terra Ghost, Meowscarada, Dark, Blaziken Ghost, Inteleon Ghost. Tell me you don't care about that Kingambit without telling me you don't care about that Kingambit. Wow. Does his team have enough answers for it? Bloodmoon's a pretty good one. Possible fighting moves on the Electivire, the Meowscarada, maybe Blaziken, okay, not bad. And then the Inteleon, maybe he has enough answers for it, but I think that's very scary, flirting with that really, really strong Sucker Punch that Kingambit has to offer. So let's see if that actually comes into play, because that's a very scary Pokemon to just not really care about its stab. But let's see how that goes. Keys to victory, what I like to do before the match starts. We've got Shady's. I've got Contain the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It's clearly Mountaih's best Pokemon. Find a way to get that thing either neutralized or KO it quick. Find out what item it has. I know that the Assault Vest keeps it around for a lot longer than it wants. A defensive Terra usually helps as well, but a lot of the time Snarl really helps with it, and just KOing it before, because it has kind of that awkward speed tier. I don't think Mountaih's wanting to set Trick Room in this one, so it's probably invested in speed. So maybe you can go Trick Room on your side to just kind of get the speed advantage. I think double targeting that thing can get rid of it, so let's see how he decides to. And then your setup team. Unfortunately, you have a handful of Pokemon that like to set up. You've got your Stantler, the Mudsdale, the Kingambit. They all like to set up. So if that's the way you're going to go, you got to watch out for that Encore on the Illumise. Yes, the Kingambit is immune to the Encore. but you got to watch out for maybe it might not run that prankster ability. So, but I think it's more than likely it will, but you never know. But be careful with your setup. So if that's your game plan, watch out for the setup. If you can set up, go for it, but try not to set up until that Illumise is gone. That would be my strategy for him and keys to victory. As for Mountaih, keys to victory, stop that Mudsdale and Kingambit setup. Funny that we said that was his key to victory, his setup. Just be careful. Stop him from setting up, because Swords Dance Kingambit, a single turn of Swords Dance can lose you the game. Happens in VGC all the time. This thing is so devastating in Reg H and even in other formats as well. It's just been an absolute monster. So don't let it set up, because again, one Swords Dance and Sucker Punches, especially with all those Terra Ghosts, you never know, right? So if you can stop that from happening, it would do really, really well for you. And that Mudsdale with just like potential Iron Defense body press stuff. And also, you don't even have to set up with this thing. If you're Assault Vest and you just start hitting it with like moves, and then the stamina boost starts going off, now your body press. Actually, that's probably why he has all that Terra Ghost. Maybe he's just, his biggest problem was that body press from the Mudsdale. So maybe deal with one lesser of two evils, right? So you just go, I'll deal with the Kingambit, but that Mudsdale is too hard to deal with. So maybe we'll have to see how that plays out. And also keep the pressure. If you're Mountaih, you got to keep the pressure up. You have too many frail Pokemon to not keep pressure up. You're not playing a pivoting game. You're not playing a balance game. This is go fast, go hard, win the game in maybe 5-6 turns, and then I think the victory is yours. Shady's got a little bit bulkier of a team, I think, so he could probably maybe Intimidate Cycle against the physical attackers and maybe set up and set Trick Room and things like that. Maybe, you know, fake out pivots and things like that. So I do like the two contrast modes that they have going for both teams. So that's enough of me talking. Let's get into the game. This is finally, I've been wanting to watch Shady's perspective just to kind of see where he's at. I love the giant actual view of his webcam. A lot of people that do it, including myself, are just like these little tiny things in the corner, but he's just straight up great. Look, the camera's amazing. Look at the quality. But I want to hear what he has to say when he's playing, because like I know he's come a long way with his VGC walk. So let's kind of see what he's doing and hear his thoughts, and let's join it. All right, let me see. So I don't see the item on that Thwackey. It's probably Eviolite because the Stantler doesn't have Eviolite, but it's covering it. Okay, so then he's just got the zoom in. He's got the Terra types. I love that for his viewers and stuff, and me as well, who wish I did. I went through the teams before just to make sure I had the Terra types. That Mudsdale looks pretty good though, but leading that Kingambit, let's see. You definitely need to Terra early if you're going to lead it early. That Blaziken's always a nice lead, but Mountaih, looking at these two teams, needs to stop Trick Room from going up. So maybe lead his Covert Cloak Pokemon, or maybe lead something with Taunt, or whatever it might be. But Shady's definitely ready for that. There's no Terra Ghost on that Stantler, so you can probably just safely Taunt it, knowing that it's probably Eviolite, and then he's got the Mental Herb, and he gets it up. So very, very good Game 1 strat. Not sure what he's going to do Game 2, because once that Mental Herb is found, you just go for the KO, because it's a lot less scary, right, when defensively. Because I'm running out of time, I'm going to pause it. So on Mount side, again, what is the most offense you have? I think you could lead any of the 3 starters combined. It's fine. I don't know if an Electivire lead makes sense because it just doesn't have enough offense unless it's an offensive one. I know he did it against Wolfey, but maybe just Illumise and Bloodmoon and just call it a day, right? I'm curious what sets he has on his team, but you definitely have to lead fast, lead hard. So expect Mount to come out swinging. Yeah. Come on, Shady, go get it. Go get your first win. Yeah, he's hoping that something triggers a Defiant. What is going to? Meowscarada and Inteleon. Double starter. I love it. Are we going to see the Soak and the Flower Trick? No freaking way. Yeah, so here, the Intimidate doesn't really matter because the Meowscarada has that Flower Trick, but if there's a fighting move on there, like Low Sweep or something, it's going to do less damage into that Kingambit. So I don't even necessarily think that Shady has to Terra right now. But he's going for Trick Room, and what is he going for with the Kingambit? I think you have to attack, right? Yeah, let me see. So what? I wish I saw the set on that Kingambit. I kind of want to know. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go back. We got... Okay, so it is the SD set. Yeah, this set is so good in VGC, guys. You got Sucker Punch and then Kowtow Cleave or Throat Chop or whatever it might be. So double dark. If you don't need the Steel, which it doesn't seem like he does again in this matchup. Protect and Swords Dance with Terra Ghost, defensive Terra. I love it. This is such a strong set. So he goes for a Protect Trick Room. Protect. Trick Room. It's really hard to ignore that Kingambit, so he may double the Trick Room, just saying like, you know what, I'll take a KO as long as your Trick Room setter goes down. Both Pokemon might get Taunt. I don't know if Inteleon does. It probably does, but I think Meowscarada does, or I could be wrong, but... So if this is a Taunt and an attack, we're getting a Trick Room up. But... yeah, I'm not exactly... yeah, Protect, that's probably just safer, right? A Swords Dance there might have been a little risky, but I think I like this turn. Knockoff goes off. And this is going to hurt. Yeah, and then the Inteleon is this... if this is a Snipe Shot, this is going to hurt. There's a Taunt. That's... oh, it knocked off the item. Oh, man. I think we called a play like that earlier in the season. Knock off Taunt. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Shady, we got to skip this. We're here for the match. Elestrals, yes. Go check out Elestrals, everybody. Alright, so let me see. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't a very good turn for him, unfortunately. Maybe if he went for the damage, just threaten it. I've been saying it all season. One of the better Trick Room setups is threaten offense with your Trick Room, and that way he's punished by doing it. But maybe a Swords Dance there, but at the same time, that's a really tough turn for Shady. So I can't say I wouldn't have done the same thing if I were him. So that might have burned me too, and then just live and learn, right? Now he knows your item. He has knockoff. He didn't go for the flower trick. So that Stantler is as good as dead right now. So, oh, he switched it out to preserve the Intimidate. Let me see. So this is just a double up. I think this is just a double up into that Kingambit. Why not, right? Wow, later. Ooh, Snipe Shot. So it does give you Defiant Boost. He wouldn't... wait, what? Oh, it was low kick, not low sweep. Okay. So Braviary gets competitive boost. Does it get competitive? I don't think so. Hold on. Why did I think it got competitive? Yes, Sheer Force. That's what it is. Yeah, this is not going well for Shady at all. Yeah, that's the thing. I knew that Mount would have to kind of come like guns blazing right off the bat. Yeah, this is not going well. What's the item? You have the Grassy Surge, and it just makes that Flower Trick even stronger. Not like it helps in this situation. Actually, because of the Intimidate on the Meowscarada, maybe Flower Trick will do more damage than his -1 other hits. But Knockoff will do a lot to that Braviary. I think, is this just a Knockoff and a Snipe Shot into the Braviary? That would kind of cover for most things. And you have to fake out here one of those two slots. But who has the Covert Cloak? They both can't have Focus Sash. You know, one has Covert Cloak, one has Focus Sash. But one second, let me see the Terra type. So you've got Inteleon, Terra Ghost, Meowscarada Dark. So here, I bet Inteleon is Focus Sash, Meowscarada is Covert Cloak. Because the Terra Ghost is usually to get around the Covert Cloak. So Inteleon wouldn't need it. It just has the Terra Ghost option to get around it. So Terra Ghost Pokemon beside a Pokemon with Covert Cloak is a guaranteed anti-fake out lead. So I can see something like that. Let's see what he does here. Who do you fake out? So Terra from Inteleon, yeah. This is just anti-fake out. That's just smart. You're in such a good position right now. Just keep doing damage. Keep hitting him. Boom, boom, boom. Just keep getting him. No, it's not, because this has Covert Cloak. I guarantee it. Yep. Yeah. That's the thing. When you play enough VGC, you can kind of see these things before they happen. And oh my goodness, and all the knockoff information. If this is an accuracy drop, this literally can't go worse for Shady. Okay, he didn't get it. So it's Stantler Thwacky to finish off the game. This game's as good as over. Wow, what a great lead by Mount. And that's crazy, because like you go for the knockoff, it's Eviolite, you knock it off, you go for the taunt. So if it's focus, if it's what's it called? If it's Eviolite, you get the taunt off anyway. And if it's Mental Herb, you get the knockoff, then the taunt. What a great strategy. Like, hats off to that. That is fantastic. Flower Trick finally comes out later. And you know that it's not Sap Sipper, because Sap Sipper is kind of sneaky. That might have been interesting. But then this is just a Thwacky. This is just... I feel so bad because I've been on the other end of these before. And there's the Eviolite confirmed. Woodhammer goes off. Reveals the Focus Sash. Oh, not even... oh, no. Hard switch out the Inteleon. Preserve your KD. You might need it, bro. Yeah. Get the Inteleon off the field, dude. Like, there's no reason not to. Yeah, there you go. Save the KD. Yeah, again, there's nothing you can do if you're Shady. Literally nothing you can do. That was just such a bad turn one. It's not his fault. It's just one of those. But here's the thing. I've talked about this in the past, guys. I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. Do not let tilt affect your game too. He's clearly, and tilt doesn't necessarily mean anger. Tilt in this situation is like, are you affected? Are you affected mentally into your next game? Don't let it happen. Look, he seems like he's in a great mood. Don't let it affect you, and he's not. And so let's see what he does. Some people, they can't handle the next game because something bad happens, and that could have gone worse. I've gotten swept before. 4-0, and then you go into game 2, you're like, okay, clear head. What went wrong there? Sometimes you lead the same thing, sometimes you change it up. But let's see if he changes up. He's changing it up. I like the Salamence lead. I do. Now you know where the items are. Now you know where the Focus Sash is most likely. You know where the Covert Cloak is. Lead the dual Wing Beat. I said it was going to be great this week, especially with all the Focus Sash users. It's super effective against 2 of them, so why not, right? So you go for the Braviary and the Salamence. That's interesting with the Mudsdale. Maybe late game Trick Room would be a lot of fun, actually. Oh, I didn't see the 4th. Hold on. Who did he lead? 1, 2, 3. Kingambit. Okay, so we got the big boppers. This is all the offense. Shady's bringing all of the offense. Let's see it. I love matches like these. You just bring them all. You might be able to pivot around, but let's see if Mount changes it up. I don't see a reason not to. You revealed literally nothing other than your back row 1 Pokemon. It's probably the Ursaluna or the Blursaluna, but you never know, right? So Mount, do the same thing. Yep, there you go. Why not, right? I should do an entire video on when to change up your leads from game 1 to game 2. So that both of these Pokemon are very uncomfortable right now. Salamence is a fantastic Pokemon on the field right now. Both of them are in a lot of trouble. You do have the Ice Beam you have to look out for that was revealed. So uh-oh. I feel like you have to Terra the Salamence. Is he switching it? Hold on. It's on the left. Protect? Oh, he skipped it. We didn't see. I don't mind it for the sake of editing, but for the sake of me reacting, that kind of sucks for me. Terra Fire Heat Wave. It is Sheer Force. It has Sheer Force, so this could hurt. Terra Steel. I love it. There you go. Terra Steel, Heat Wave. But what did he go for? Like the... What did he go for? So Terra Steel, what? Helping Hand and Heat Wave. This is going to hurt. So that means they didn't Terra. Unless they're expected to be slower. I doubt it. I love the Terra Steel there. Love it very much. You got to watch out for that Ursaluna in the back row there. Helping Hand. Is this a Protect from the Meowscarada? Maybe. Knock off. What item does it knock off? Is it Life Orb? Oh, that does so much. Yeah, there goes the Life Orb. So Sheer Force Life Orb's gone. Taunt goes off. Stops the Tailwind, but he didn't go for it. Yeah, that Inteleon is a menace right now. So Meowscarada goes down because... Okay, good. Meowscarada has to go down here. No! Life Orb would have done it. Oh, Shady, you sponsored by Coca-Cola? What the heck? I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry. That's so funny. No, it's just... It was like... I think Warren Buffett did an interview one time where he just had a can of Coke and he just put it on like the table, whatever, during the interview, and the stock just went crazy. Shady said... He zoomed in on it, he took the... Like, he, like, went to the side, like, in the commercials, where, like, the Coke is just facing right at the camera. Sorry, I'm not making fun. I'm just having fun. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay. It just seems so intentional. Alright, back to the game. Back to the game. Focus. Focus, Jay. Alright, what did he do? So, is he going... There it is again. He even shook his head. What's this? Tasty. Alright, Mudsdale coming in. That's the thing. I'd probably just let that, I'd let the Braviary go down. You've already lost so much HP. You just sacrifice... Oh, he switched the other slot. Big Pona. Alright, let's see what happens here. This is a really risky switch. Is this a snipe shot into that slot? Knock off into that slot. There goes the AV, and if this is snipe shot later... Oh no. Ice Beam goes off into the Protect. Okay. This again, I've been on the other end of these before and they are not fun. This is just so much pressure right off the bat, and Shady just can't get set up, unfortunately. And he doesn't really have the go fast, go hard mode. It doesn't even have to be Tailwind. It just has to be Pokemon that can take a hit and give a hit. Is enough pressure, and man, Mount is just leaning on him right now. Yeah, too much switching. He needs to pivot around, and Mount's just like, nah, bop, 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 boom, boom. Rock'em sock'em robots, just pound him, right? Another Intimidate. Yeah, Shady's now having fun. He is having fun in the sense that he just loves Pokemon, loves the game. Yeah, that's a good switch in. That took that really well. Muddy Water, dodge from... Yeah. Muddy Water's such a good move, by the way. I've missed a bunch of them, but like the fact that you're hitting one of the two is just so nice with such a high power move and also the accuracy drop. Like you just Muddy Water again, right? Muddy Water and then you Flower Trick, I guess. I don't know. We can't Terra. Yeah, this is rough. I just don't know what you do here. This is just a Muddy Water, maybe. He doesn't have Snipe Shot. You can't switch again, dude. Yeah, he's like, what do you do? Is he going for a Tailwind here? This might be your only hope. Everything needs to go. Flower Trick goes off into the Steel type. Obviously, there's two Steel types. Not bad. Okay, what happens here? Muddy Water, and then the Muddy Water with an accuracy drop on the Kingambit might be best, actually. Oh, on that, is there another one? No. Oh, and he hit the dual wing beat. That's crazy. I've missed just regular dual wing beats, and he hit a -1 accuracy. Nice. All right, let's see. Yeah, you got yourself a knockout. See if you can sucker punch your way back into this one, but there's the Coke. He's literally zooming in on the Coke every time. That's so awesome. And I think you might have to clear that accuracy drop, right? Yeah, but then that Mudsdale's going to go down. You have no Trick Room, though. Mudsdale's in a little bit... It's uncomfortable right now. If this is just follow me to stop the Sucker Punch stuff, I think you... you can't Swords Dance here. You know what? In a situation like this, guys, where you know that the game is just... You're just drawing dead, like the game is just ending... I feel like you have to go for like the most aggressive lead ever just to see what he does. You might catch him on a switch or a miss target or maybe a follow me predicting your Sucker Punch. If you can get a Tailwind and a Sucker Punch off, that could just reverse the game right now. Like, again, you have to play it out. If I keep going, I'm going to lose. If I keep just trying to attack and this and that, I'm going to lose. How do I play unpredictable to maybe get an edge in this game? A Swords Dance and or a Tailwind, maybe both? In a situation like this, maybe both would work, but I don't know why he doesn't just go for follow me and then maybe a Muddy Water, but he might miss his Muddy Waters. He might get an accuracy drop on your Kingambit. I think you have to go for like that major high risk play right now. What else do you do? Is he going for a Sucker Punch here? Let's see what happens. He went for Protect here. Ooh, he didn't go for the Fake Out. Yeah, just double attack. Why not, right? Muddy Water goes off. What did it miss? Did I miss anything? Nope. Hits that. And accuracy drop. There's... Okay, let's see. Defiant goes off. I know Electivire gets a lot of fighting moves. Yeah, there's Low Kick later. Yeah, attacks around it. And it's unfortunate. Even the play that I was thinking, you just go for like that... like maybe Tailwind might have helped. I don't think so. But yeah... I've been there, Shady. It's not fun, man. Like when you're on the other end of these, he just had such a good lead into what you wanted to do, and there's a little bit of luck involved in draft when it comes to picking how you want to play. Because if your core strategy just does not work against what they brought, sometimes it's just they just don't work out. Yeah. I'm glad I got to watch his perspective though, because just to kind of see exactly where his mind was. And again, I didn't mind that turn 1 game 1 play. That was just, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to your opponent, knock off taunt, not the most common play, but it's a good one. Yeah, later. Inteleon, what a great pickup. And he just applauded his opponent. This is tough. What a tough season, man. 0-4 to start the season. And should we watch this? 5 seconds. Take another swig of Coke. I've been there, man. That right there, we've all been there in draft. The hardest part about that, playing next week. Coming back, playing next week. Clear head, which I'm sure he's going to do just fine. But in the moment, I've seen people drop leagues. Again, he's not going to. I've seen people literally have weeks like that. They start 0-4 and they're like, oh man, I'm I'm so busy, guys. I just don't have time to finish. You know, I need a replacement coach or something. And it's just, I just encourage you. This isn't even about Shady right now. This is just in general. This is a pep talk from Jay, from Uncle Jay, to the rest of the Draft League community. Don't quit. Don't quit. Stick with it. You will learn more from losing than you will from winning. That is, every successful person on the earth will always say that. You will learn more from losing than you will from winning. And Shady's only going to come back stronger, just like a Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. Every time he gets beat down, he comes back stronger, right? So, and that's just how you grow. So enough of the sappy stuff. I am going to dive into what I thought they were going to bring. So let's call it the post-game stuff. And let's see what we thought they were going to bring and what they brought and see how they worked out. I'll see you guys just in a second. Oh, okay, that was a rough one. Again, I've been there. It's not fun sometimes, but let's see how it could have gone down. So Kingambit, I didn't bring any setup on it because knowing that his team just has so much offense right off the bat. So how do you play against offense? Sometimes you just push it right back in their face, right? So, hold on, I have the wrong matchup on the screen. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. That was week 3. There we go. There's the matchup. And you just see a lot of offense right off the bat with the Tailwind. You got the 3 starters. You kind of spread them out nicely on this. Just so they're not exactly like, you can't really see them side by side. Meowscarada and Inteleon, you never would have guessed them as a lead because they're so far apart. Anyway, side note, I put this here, he didn't. But anyway, so I see a lot of offense that I built on this team. I did have the leftover setup on the Mudsdale, not because like the setup Mudsdale is the best way to go, but you have so much offense naturally. Sneasler, Salamence, you've got your choice band on the Thwacky I brought, and the Kingambit. So having one setup option just so it's a little bit different contrast from what you wanted to do originally. So you have a couple of different modes, find out what they have. What other mode do I have? What if they bleed something that stops your hyper offense mode? Well, now we have some setup. Now we have some play around. We've got the Intimidate. We've got the Choice Scarf. Things like that. You got the AV, which he did have on the team as well. But it just, again, all Mount had to do is just push that gas pedal. That's all he had to do. And he just did not let off. So you have to tip your cap to your opponent sometimes. And he led something very aggressive. Also something to stop what he could do as well to set up. And he just kept that gas pedal on and he did a great job. He just relentless, right? So, but Shady on the other hand, he had a little bit of setup on his team. Again, I don't blame him for bringing the setup. It's just, if he got Trick 'em Up, I feel like this is a way different game. But yeah, again, knockoff taunt, that's not the most common turn ever. I like the turn, it makes perfect sense. But again, tip your cap in game 1, come back in game 2. And then you kind of just start drawing dead. You lead game 2, and then you switch, and there's like one bad turn, and just like it snowballs to a loss, right? So unfortunately, it's just not the way it worked out with this team. How right were we? Were we right on the Pokemon? Indeed, we got wrong. So I think we got 4. Let me see. So Gambit, Mudsdale, Thwacky, Salamence. We didn't get the Sneasler and the Indeedee right. I thought it was. Oh yeah, I had synchronized. I didn't have the Psychic Surge, but anyway, so 4 or 6 there. We didn't really get a lot of the items or the sets right. The Thwacky faked out, so it definitely wasn't Choice Band, and it wasn't Choice Scarf on the Salamence. Did we get any Terras right? No, not one. So I would give myself a pretty bad score on that one. We got 4 Pokemon right, but it's not really hard to guess half of them when there's only 10 Pokemon and you have to guess 6, so you're gonna get most of them right. But anyway, well, you have to get 2 right no matter what, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even like 1, 2, 3 we would have got right if we just went right to left. But anyway, so let's get into Mount's team. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't get the Oranguru right. He decided to go with the fast mode. The Inteleon, I had Soak on there. It was a little bit cheeky. Choice Band on the Meowscarada. But he definitely benefited from changing his moves around with the knockoff, the flower trick, things like that. The Inteleon, I had Vacuum Wave and Snipe Shot. He went for the Muddy Water, the Taunt. I did not have that on there, so who knows? He might have gotten Trick 'em Up on me, and I thought this was a pretty solid team as well. We saw the Low Kick on the Electivire. Loves its fighting moves. I don't know why they gave it so many. The Blaziken was there as well. We didn't see any sets, and we didn't see the Ursaluna. I said actually before the game, stop the Ursaluna. Well, maybe the game plan I should have said was stop those starters. So I can't exactly say if I would have won that either if I was facing Mount. That was just such a good team he brought. He definitely prepared very well. That was a statement of, I am not losing a 4th game. That's what that was. And you can definitely tell just like that bulldog mentality where he's like, nope, I'm getting back into this and this is what's happening. So, and he did it. So But anyway, unfortunately, Shady 0-4 right now. Mount comes back with a win, 1-3. It's still a high hill to climb. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. I have faith in him. It's a really tough field to get back in it. Shady, I think your season's over, but you get to have some fun. Go with some meme strats. Your fans will absolutely love it. That's the other thing. When you're down and out last couple weeks of the season, playing spoiler is one of the most fun things ever. So if you're watching this, have a lot of fun with your last 3 weeks, and you have a lot of fun techs on your team, I can see. So try them out. This is where you get to have some fun, learn something about your team, and mess around with it. And Mount, I wish you the best. Keep your foot on that gas pedal. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you for watching. The views are still great. Like, the comments are fantastic and encouraging. You guys are loving it. We even did, like, how do you pronounce Archaludon? Archaludon, 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 Archaludon. And you guys all had fun with it too. So thank you very much for interacting. The voting is a lot of fun. If there's any ideas what you guys want me to do for any more polls, whatever, comment down below. And we'll get involved, have some more fun throughout the season. Still lots left. And if you haven't yet, join the Discord. If you guys are doing your own draft, we have a lot of ways that you can get some help, some assistance, tools, resources, and just a lot of fun time over there. And also, if you're willing, if you want to help other people as a coach, there's tons of new people in the Discord as well that would love to have your knowledge and your expertise. We're all sharing it the best we can. So hop in the Discord, have some fun, and I will see you guys in the preview for week number 5. Peace.